This is Pauly Podcast Now. Your one-stop shop, wherein your two 80s neo-hippie douchebag comedian hosts, Michael the Weasel Benton and Philip Squirrely Shadburn, guide you through our collection of video nasties. 80s in action, fuck me in the ass. I fucked up the fucking intro.
That's Pauly Shore
this.
for you.
We're done. Fucking worst episode of my life. I'm a piece of shit fucking idiot.
Worst episode of my life. I.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Just ready to talk some Pauly Shore.
Fucked it up. 80s and 90s action flicks and Pauly Shore movies as well. Okay. There, I finished it. I'm Michael. I'm Michael the fuck up Benton.
I'm Philip Squirrely Shadburn.
And remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. And you know what? We're trying something different. If you have a movie or a genre or an actor or a soundtrack or anything you'd like us to discuss as a
Pertaining
subject,
to movies,
comment below. Okay? It can be on the podcast version or the YouTube. We want to hear your thoughts. Labias and gentle thems. Oh my fucking God, Phil. We have to talk about something.
we have to address something to the crowd.
Holy shit. This is one of those ones like I want to yell at them.
But you're
not,
like the parents, like it's not me, it's them.
Yeah, but it's
no, it's not me, it's society.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, this is us.
Yeah.
This is us.
No, it's the students.
We biffed it.
Yeah.
We beefed our fucking panties. All right? We just dropped a big old turd last week, apparently.
In the middle of the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Everybody's looking. Gam's even there. She showed up for moral support. Mm-hmm. She drops dead of a fucking massive stroke after seeing her beautiful baby girl turned, 18-year-old hottie, known as Movie Podcast Now for this metaphor. Just shit, just red, white, and blue runny fucking diarrhea down our fucking panties.
These colors do run.
These colors do run out of our anuses onto the dance floor. Okay?
Mostly red.
Yes, okay? There is blood on that dance floor.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's what happened. Here's what we're talking about. Last week on the POD, last time on Movie Podcast Now, we discussed 2 movies in one.
Yeah, it was a DVD 2-pack, you fucks.
Yeah, we'll get to why we're mad.
I promised you I wouldn't get mad.
I know, but it's more, look, we're mad at the situation.
Yeah.
Okay? We're mad at Mike Sorrentino.
Yeah.
No, here's what happened. We talked about something we promised we would never discuss on our mostly 80s and 90s oriented POD.
Some 70s.
Yeah. Maybe some early aughts.
Yeah.
But we went from 1986 to 2021, 22, whenever fucking...
I think 21 or 2.
Yeah. And we talked about Top Gun. And then we talked about its massive sequel that we were shockingly big fans of, Top Gun Maverick. And for the podcast listeners out there, you showed up. I love you. You showed up. For the YouTube audience, I don't want to come down on y'all here super fucking hard, but...
Well, we gotta be parents.
It's like, you come home from a long day of work, right?
Yeah.
And me and Philip were like... standing over the sink, doing the dishes, and we're like, "Oh, hey, honey, did you listen to the podcast
you were
I
doing
did?"
dishes, and I was eating Chinese food over the sink. You're like, "I'm trying to do the fucking dishes," and he's like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah. Like, don't fuck me up right now.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of something.
Okay.
Now I'm mad at you. I don't want us to be mad at each other. We can't do this anymore. We're adults.
Well, it's a mad, however mad.
But I'm fucking doing the dishes over the sink. And then the listener comes in. I'm like, oh, hey, babe, I'm doing the dishes and stuff. Dinner will be ready in 30. How was your day? By the way, did you check out the the Top Gun Maverick episode that just dropped that I did with my weird buddy in podcast land, and then you just fucking pulled my britches down, grabbed a fucking cutting board, and spanked my butt cheeks bloody. Nobody listened. That's what we're trying to say. Nobody listened to last week's episode. Nobody watched it. Nobody liked it. Nobody commented. It's not on y'all. After a long fucking soul-searching period lasting about 6 days, we got to the point.
Another thing that's red.
Another thing that's red. We realized that you guys want us to talk about the good shit.
Yeah.
You don't want us to talk
nugs.
the choice nugs of back in the dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
They want us talking about the back in the dizzy, back in the day when things were cool. Not Mary J. Blige. Who did that?
Don't know.
All right. They probably all sound the same to this one, right? I'm just kidding. Okay, not fair. Labias and gentle thems, I am sorry, okay? We're trying to talk about something popular, and in doing that, we became very unpopular with you.
Yeah.
And this is, like, legitimately a solemn vow we're making right now. Phil, turn to me. Give me your hand.
Need a knee.
Need a knee.
Need a... Okay.
Give me your hand.
Okay.
Baby girl.
Yes.
I want to tell you, I know I've been a mess recently, and I'm going to tell you to your face right now that I will never again talk about movies released after the Clinton presidency, okay? I promise you this, okay? We're going to try and stick to Carter. We're going to try and stick to Reagan. Maybe Bush Sr., but we're not going to be doing any stuff that came out during Obama, during fucking orange poop head. And we're certainly not going to be talking about Fat and Biden, the evil communist who has overtaken this goddamn country and threw out democracy in one fell swoop. Okay, I promise. We're going to talk about the old school stuff. We're going to talk about the movies we grew up with. I promise, baby girl.
I love you, Paul.
I love you, too. All right.
Had to do a Simpsons thing.
Hey, he's wearing the Simpsons shirt, and if you can't see that, that's because you're listening. You need to watch us. Again, link is in the description for the podcast listeners. Look, people, we decided we would supercharge this next episode.
Yeah.
Now,
go into the danger zone.
We always talk business on this show.
Yeah.
If we're not doing something you like, and if we're doing something you don't like, even worse,
comment.
Email
us.
Or lack of views will let us know.
Yeah, that too, but don't do that.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
Come on,
Watch
baby.
it anyways. I swear it was funny. It was a good app.
We had good bits, and seeing the views, I'm like, well, I just want to shut the fuck up.
The bits were great. Yeah, I know. I wanted to just walk into the woods. I just wanted to walk into the ocean and just not even like
see where it takes me, which I think is my death, my watery grave.
I would imagine a watery
better
grave.
Than this shit.
Better than this bullshit. You got them emotional.
Yeah.
And we don't do that here.
I've never cried.
We're irony poisoned, okay? We don't fucking do emotional honesty.
No, that all died when we were teenagers.
Yeah, and the most I'll say about that is that it does get us into trouble in our personal lives. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking like that. What we're talking about is one thing and one thing only. How was Phil's week? Now, we got to pull up the theme song. Everybody's been asking. So let's just get into it. God fucking bless it. I'm so upset with us right now. Okay, here it is. On a very special episode of How Was Phil's Week.
It was doing great up until a storm came and knocked our power out on a Thursday afternoon. Came back on 3 a.m. on Friday. And then me and the wife go out to do things. I took her to the doctor, and then we just kind of like, just...
Alzheimer's?
Huh?
What was the diagnosis? Pregnant?
Pregnant.
Okay. Well, congrats, but...
I got the Alzheimer's.
No, okay. Yeah. And pregnancy.
Yeah, she's like, it's like, listen, you're going to have to spoon feed your husband and your baby at the same time.
She's like, oh my God, that's my kink. No, kidding. No,
that's my kink on Fox.
Well, congrats to Alana for being an up-and-coming mama.
Up
Congrats
and coming
to you
mama.
for being an up-and-coming papa.
Yep.
And I'm sure nothing but good stuff's going to come from it. I'm really excited for you. I love you. We said we wouldn't do emotional honesty, so I don't know why I'm talking like this, because it's really painful, but like I genuinely am proud of you, and I love
Thank you.
And I think you're a great person.
Shucks. Oh, shucks.
All right. Yeah, everybody was just like, I knew it. I told you.
These guys.
They fucking guys.
Well, we are two wild and crazy
guys.
guys.
Did you really think it was
That was
dudes?
dudes.
No.
That was too early for dudes.
That was too early for dudes.
Yeah,
Dudes back then, that was code for gay sex partner. That's what that meant.
Going to
back
the
then.
dude ranch.
No, actually, I take it back. I'm sorry, I got my history mixed up. Back then, in the late 70s, the famous sketch from SNL with Steve Martin and Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
It should be Dan Android. How fucking
Yeah.
weird he is.
I
but-
like to talk about UFOs.
yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
But when they did that famous sketch where they were like, we're two wild and crazy guys, like doing like Eastern Bloc European
Yeah.
dudes, who are super into disco.
I like
and-
wear too much cologne.
Yeah, but what they didn't talk about in that episode, but it was sort of a wink and a nod, a wink, wink, nudge, nudge type
Yeah.
thing, is two wild and crazy guys meant just straight up just gay sex having dudes.
Yeah.
Just a couple of buddies just
We're
pounding
looking
it
for
out.
women. Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. Women is cold.
Makes me go yuck.
Yeah. What I actually mean is big buff man. I mean like a Taylor Lautner type.
Yeah, vagina gives me diarrhea.
Yeah, vagina, or red, or white, or blue. Or blood on the dance floor is us throwing back to the earlier bits.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you take her to the doctor. Everything's good.
Yep, then we leave.
And then a storm rolled through, you said.
Yeah, we get home in the afternoon and the power's out again. Then I looked and I looked online. They're like, yeah, it'll be back on around 8. It came on a little bit earlier, but it was cool.
I'm not gonna be a little bitch about this, and I hate like adding like a darkness to
Well, I mean, it was dark. The power was out.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I guess it was brought to our doorstep. Climate change.
That's it.
But like it is
Yes,
actually
yeah,
like
that's right.
apparently the heat temperature like for the world has just gone to 11.
Arizona's like at 120.
Like-
and people's like, oh, it's a dry heat. I don't care. That still sounds
No,
hot.
I like the people who are trying to play it down because I get it. It's really scary and like you feel helpless and you basically are as an individual. But it's one of those things that's like when people are like, it was this hot when I was a kid. Y'all just kidding. Quit being bitches. And it's like, hey, it actually wasn't. It was like 85
Yeah.
is what you dealt with. It's
Yeah.
now 1,000 degrees. I saw a baby implode.
Yeah. Birds just.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the baby I saw implode was right next to a bird that imploded,
And
it
a
was right
transformer
next-
that got struck by lightning.
No, it had nothing to do with that. That was just somebody had left out a bunch of grains of rice from a wedding.
Okay.
They
Then
told
the
you to
baby
stop.
and the
Remember
bird
that
ate it.
fucking shit in the 90s. They said don't fucking throw fucking rice to birds, okay? They'll explode. Not,
And that's like, don't tell us that because now we're just going to do it.
but now they're imploding.
Yeah. A lot of things are imploding.
It's ever since that fucking that little
That submersible.
That submersible. Also, I don't like that we all have to say submersible now.
Yeah.
It's a fucking submarine.
Let's just say tin can.
Basically,
Yeah.
with a string in it.
Plexiglass.
Yeah, and like a week later, they heard somebody just go help.
Yeah, it's a street.
Oh, but you had a good week.
Yeah, I had a good week.
Hold on, you don't have to say you had a good week for the show. Was it all right? Like how was it?
It was just a regular
Scale
work
of
week
1 to
with-
10.
I was off Friday, so that was a
Well, that's a fucking 10.
that was nice. Yeah,
I-
that was the 10 there.
I wasn't off Friday, but I was slightly off because I'm so quirky.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm so quirky.
You are quirky.
I'm a quirky
you're
Berkey.
You're quirky Romano. I like the word quirky.
Oh, for Pete's
Quirky.
sake, you don't like the word quirky? You don't like a word?
I don't like words.
What's your least favorite word? Like legitimately,
moist?
Genuine- moist.
I don't like moist.
What is it for you?
It's just like when I think of moist, I think of like
Like wet pussy.
wet. Well, that's a different moist.
And that's a good moist.
But let's call it wet.
Okay, let's hope it's
But I
wet.
don't know. Something about the word moist and moss. I don't like moss. MOSS.
Okay, but when you're not on this show, you're always dressed head to toe in Mossy O. So, I mean, there is that about you.
Yeah, that is true.
I
Mossy Oak, sir, I wear real tree.
is that what is that?
There's real tree and there's Mossy Oak.
God damn, it's just in your
It is.
bones,
It's in my
dude.
blood. Yeah, it's not in my blood. It's in my bones. It's a whole
in my
different
bones.
thing.
Yeah, no, it's spread. It's definitely metastasized.
Yeah.
Your southernness, for sure. Okay, so you don't like the word moist. My least favorite word, well, I'll tell you my favorite word first, okay? America.
Okay.
My least favorite word, China.
Yeah.
I don't like China.
I don't like fine China. I'm like, why can't we just eat on this every day?
Well, no, it's not just that. If this is America, that should be called Fine America.
Yeah.
Like for real, right?
Yeah.
Like we're trying to also get into the red pill space on YouTube,
Yeah.
so like just follow us, okay? I love American China. Mm-hmm. Well, I like American. Why don't we just call them like special plates or fancy plates?
Do you think there's a Chinese restaurant called American China? They're rednecks. Too.
I'm sure they have rednecks in China.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean like American rednecks.
No, I mean like Americanized.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. America has like the biggest outsized, totally, in a lot of ways, totally earned, and in a lot of ways, totally unearned influence on other countries.
Yeah.
So, like, we were just talking about the two and guys,
Yeah.
right? Like, I guarantee you, in a village in Western China somewhere where nobody lives, there's just like two wild and crazy Chinese guys, right?
Yeah, they just got
but they just got, what'd they get? Like a 5-pack of Pauly Shore's best fucking movies from the 90s,
Yeah.
and they're walking around just going,
the
hold on,
weasel.
stop. Like, yeah, let's go easy here.
Yeah.
I almost pulled a poop.
Yeah, because last episode we didn't get many views.
We didn't get many views.
Which we don't know why.
And I
but
don't
now
wanna-
we would know why in this one.
Yeah.
Unless it got a lot of views
Let's
and we're
just
like, well,
say that there was a lot of people in China who love the weasel.
yeah.
They love
like
the
weasel. They like jury duty. Not me, because I like the movie, but not doing it.
You're such a fucking hack.
Yeah. I love jury duty. Whoa, hang on. I don't mean where I get paid like, what, $10 a day?
Oh, I just hit the boo button. That's right. You don't have headphones.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They can boo too, you know.
Oh,
I'm used to it.
they laughed.
Yeah.
They liked it.
Good.
And they're applauding.
Thank you guys.
Aw, thanks, guys. Support fucking Phil over here. Come on, let's give him a little support. Oh, we love us some Phil now, don't we?
We do.
Oh, somebody farted.
Not me.
Yeah.
Dog might have.
Can you see her back there? Look at her, just curled up. Just being
Yeah.
a fucking stinker. Little gams.
Yeah.
Producer of the show, Freya Benton, of course, back
Freya.
there on the couch.
Gam Benton.
Freya Gam Benton.
Oh, I like your watch.
It's not a.
Well, you did this with it.
I always do that.
Yeah, I
always
can
do
see that, yeah.
I look at the. Okay, so what I have basically just like a little rope,
Like a
bracelet
band.
type thing. Yeah, like a band. And I'm always looking at it like it's a watch, and it never is.
Do you do that in like public? And
Yes.
People are like, look at this insane person.
Well, that's not the insane part. The insane part is my fucking clown posse, bro.
Yeah, they are insane.
They're
It's crazy.
nutty, dude.
Yeah, wicked clowns for life.
Wait, oh fuck yeah, dude! Wiccan clowns
Yeah.
for wife. Huh?
I'm
I'd
a
marry
Wiccan
that.
clown.
I'd marry that for $1.
Yeah, I'd marry that for $1.
All right, Phil. What do you say? Oh well, I mean, so you had a good week,
Yes. How
and that was
yours?
another special episode of How Was Phil's Week. Did you ask me how mine was?
I just did, but how was your week?
Well, hold on. Let me pull up the music. And now for a very special episode of How Was Mike's Week. I can't really get into it because it's very work related, but I had to do a bunch of team building exercises and corporate-y type stuff this week. I'm going to say two things. One, I was very not looking forward to it, okay? And I'm sort of against the idea of it. And the second thing I got to say is, oh my God, it was such a blast. I had a ton of fun, and I got to step outside of my box, get outside of my shell, step into another person's box because I went to the
Yeah.
box store.
Yeah.
And then I eventually stepped back out of their box and into the box that is this apartment where we record.
Yes.
So let me just wrap it up. It was a pretty special week of How Was Mike's episode.
I loved it.
Okay,
Very
good.
inspirational story.
I'm a very inspirational. You mean it?
You really are. You're like.
Go on. No, stop, please. No, hey, I don't want to cut you off.
You're
though.
like the next Gary Vaynerchuk.
I'm definitely a veinier Chuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
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 Veiny Chuck. Why is Chuck not a word for penis? That sounds like it would work.
Yeah, I could see that. like, and then, I was looking at his Chuck.
You know what? I take it back. There's another word I don't like, and it's Chuck. I don't like the name Chuck. I'll go for Charlie.
What about the Dane Cook comedy from the mid-2000s, Unlucky Chuck or whatever it's called? It's Good Luck Chuck.
Good Luck something. I don't know.
It's amazing.
Was that the one with Jessica Alba?
I don't remember. It's the one where he's just doing this, though. Are you ready? You want to see my
do it,
killer
do it,
Dane
do it.
Cook impression? He's just like...
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro. But it's supposed to be funny,
Yeah.
but not ironic. You were supposed to... this is what I loved about Dane Cook back in the day, right? Is like you were supposed to laugh your butt off. Mm-hmm. Okay? You're laughing your keister. You better
Meester?
keep a meester. You better keep an eye on your keister because you're probably going to laugh it off and leave it behind you at the fucking the Fox Theater in downtown Atlanta because you just saw Dane Cook in 2007. You're going to be laughing your buttocks off. But... the other thing I loved about it was his whole thing was like, no, but seriously, I am super cool, and who doesn't love Christ?
Yeah, it's like, ugh. No, I don't want that as a comedian. I want the angry little man.
I want an angry little man. I want an angry little man.
Yeah.
But today, comedian-wise, that's interesting you say that. And watch, this is how you do a segue, okay?
Okay.
We're not talking about an angry little man. Guarantee you he is little, okay? But...
not angry.
he's probably angrier now.
Yeah, I'm
you know
sure
what?
he's
I can guarantee.
bitter.
I can guarantee he was a little bitter starting in 1997.
Yeah.
But we're gonna rewind before that. We're gonna go before 1997. So I think it's time that we get to the movie star. I'm gonna use that word. Okay, that phrase, I suppose. But all we have is the song Get to the Movie. So I'm going to have to add Get to the Movie Star, Get to the Movie Star. So just give me a second. I know you don't have your headphones on, so we're starting now.
Get to the movie.
Star.
Get to the movie.
Star.
Quit rambling and get to the movie.
Star! Ladies and gentlemen, God fucking damn it.
That's true.
God fucking damn everything to hell.
Yeah, take that, gad.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this. There's one person, okay, who's not going to hell.
Mm-hmm.
There's one person I know, and it's not St. Peter that you're meeting at the pearly gates.
Yeah, and it's not Jason. Well, he went, but...
Yeah, sure. And it's not Lars or his real girl. What you're meaning, and it's not Jeff who lives at home either.
No, can we do some more? Let's see.
It's certainly not going to be Juno.
Yeah,
You don't know who that is anymore.
damn it. I can't think of that Ezra Miller movie. We need to talk about Kevin,
We're
but not today.
We're not today. Not today, and apparently not on this podcast, because anything after 1997 gets booted. So, we are here to talk about somebody. We're going to talk about Pauly. And no, before you make the joke, we're not talking about the fucking, the Jay Moore voiced bird-related comedy from 1998.
I forgot about that.
Well, we forgot about that, and we also forgot about Dre. We're such douchebags. I love puns. Okay,
Oh.
but I'll tell you who we didn't forget about, God damn it.
You, the people.
Okay, well, that's true. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
true,
but we're done kissing their ass,
Oh,
right?
okay,
Watch this
yeah.
episode or fuck off, right? Man up already. No, I'll tell you who Dre forgot about, maybe, but while we're forgetting about Dre, we're remembering one person and one person only, and that person's name is Pauly Shore, okay?
The weasel.
Full name. The weasel.
The weasel.
So, let's go to Wikipedia so we can just do the basic bitch shit.
Leaning Tower of Cheese. That's from a Goofy movie. He was a Pauly Shore looking rat or dog. What the fuck is...
Well, then the joke should be the Leaning Tower of Witha. Say, come on, catch up.
Okay.
All
Leaning
right.
Tower of Jizza.
His name... Anyways, this is a family show.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, but then again, family is created via jizz
Yeah, that's true. And an egg.
and an egg. Ew,
I don't like eggs.
ew. Yeah, I don't like eggs.
Eggs
Just
are
natural.
stinky.
Yeah, they're stinky.
They make you fart.
That's true. Okay, so Paul Montgomery Shore. That is the fucking full name. When I think-
Montgomery.
that just doesn't sound like that's his middle name. It does. It does. It sounds like that little kid whose name's like Stevie, and then you find out his middle name is like Thaddeus, and you're
Yeah.
like, you'll never use that.
You'll never
That
use
is the
Thaddeus.
classic
Or not
shitty
even
middle
Thad.
name. They're Thad.
That's like you're trying to say Tad with like a speech impediment.
It does. Thad.
Thad.
Or you're saying Dad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love my
Bad.
I love my
Wait,
Thad.
No, not bad wouldn't do it.
No, it wouldn't.
It's a tease.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Do you want to work that out later?
Probably.
Okay,
I
not
will
now.
later. Not on this show.
We're trying to ingratiate, or like re-ingratiate ourselves with the fucking audience who got supremely I'm not getting back into it. Okay, fine.
Snowflakes.
You just- Everybody went woke.
Yeah, everybody's woke but me.
Everybody's woke but me, dude.
You might be in a coma.
Paul Montgomery. Paul, shut up.
Oh,
Shut up now. Paul Montgomery Shore, born February 1st, 1968.
That's a little close to
It'd
69.
have been funnier if you did, dude.
Yeah.
He's an American actor, comedian, and filmmaker. Sorry, I have to put that in quotes, but he did make Pauly Shore's Not Dead.
Yeah.
But he's best known for his roles in 1990s comedy films.
Which are some of the greatest comedies ever.
Well, hold on. There's a hyperlink in this Wikipedia to explain what a comedy film is. Let me
Okay,
just try.
cool.
A comedy film, for those who don't know, is a category of film which emphasizes on humor. These films are designed to make the audience laugh in amusement, not laugh in horror, not laugh in arousal. This is simply to make you have a chuckle in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a comedy film, so it's a good thing we got that. Shore began as a stand-up comedian at the age of 17 before becoming an MTV VJ in 1989. So he started out in stand-up comedy. I don't know how he would have gotten into the stand-up world, though.
I wouldn't know either.
Yeah, or are we being ironic? Phil, why don't you explain how Pauly Shore connects to Joe Rogan? This is how we get
Okay,
views.
well...
And Joe Rogan's cool. We love him. He's great. Okay, this is how we get views. Okay.
The owner of the comedy store that Joe and other guys talk about, the owner there was the parents of Pauly Shore, Mitzi, and I don't remember who the dad was.
Beach Shore.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah,
You got me. Yeah, you got me.
Hey, maybe we should. We got each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Just the two of us.
just the two of us.
Yep. And and so he's what you call I don't want to call him a nepo baby because we don't
don't
for
wanna-
a few years.
We don't want to call him that.
No.
We don't want to call him that. We don't
Yeah.
want to call him.
Because we actually really do love Pauly Shore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so how about this?
I think it's cliche to shit on him.
Yeah, especially at this point. So
Yeah.
actually a very
It's like
good
we
point.
know.
I know, it's a very good point. So why don't we start with this? Let's set
Just
the
makes
table.
me feel mean.
All right, let's set the table then. I genuinely love Pauly Shore's movies. I do.
Me too. It's like I really like them all. Like if I had to rate them, of course,
Wait, if you had to what them?
rate.
Oh, okay, rate them. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Just checking.
I think In the Army Now would be like the last on the list.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's go through the movies. Let's get to the movies. And we're going to do the actual Pauly Shore movies.
Yeah.
Not like, fucking Class Act or something
Yeah.
where he's in it for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Encino Man, he plays Stoney.
Yeah.
Stoney.
Which is like the early rendition of who he is in Son-in-Law.
Well, that was just his thing.
Well,
Because,
yeah.
he was an MTV VJ. MTVJ. Why didn't they ever just do that?
MTV
He was a
Vagina.
MT Vagina. Empty Vagina. He started out doing Spring Break, and his whole thing was like, we're having a birthday
Yeah,
basically
with his Daisy
taking,
Dukes, his like 1970s rock star.
yeah, with his
Steven
like
Tyler
curly
shit.
locks, with the fucking with the the headband and shit, and he
The
was just,
shirt tied up here.
yeah, and he was always just like, oh fucking yeah, we're getting squirrely. That was his whole thing. He would take a word and he would break it in half, right? That's how you do a Pauly Shore. It's kind of like Christopher Walken, where instead of say knife, right? That's a one-syllable word, knife. You have to go knife, right? You're close enough.
was
How about
more-
this?
yeah.
I can only do a one-word impression of Sir Christopher Walken, and it's
He's
this,
knighted.
and it's this. It's the word no, right? And it's you don't go no, you go no. You go,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
And then you take it back down and you do like the lower thing he does. Right? So for Pauly, he would take the word, let's say, weasel. Classic fucking Pauly Shore word.
Yeah.
And you don't go, hi, nice to meet you. I'm the weasel.
They would think you're insane.
They would think you're fucking nuts. No. Here's how you do it. I'm the whistle.
and they're like, I like that.
I'm the whistle. Now, Pauly Shore was born and raised in California.
California.
Yeah, in California. Los Angeles.
Yep.
Okay, somewhere around there.
City of Angles.
Somewhere thereabouts. And his whole thing when it came to the whistle was basically kind of cribbed from like the Cholo accent, where it's
Yeah.
like, hey man, it's cold outside tonight. You need to
Yeah.
wear layers.
Yeah.
Right? You don't say layers, you say layers.
Yes.
Okay? But hippify that. Make it a little goofy little fucking white boy.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, instead of like, oh, you need to wear hold on.
You
the
need to-
weasel. You need to wear layers.
Yeah. I think that's like a gay cholo.
Okay, basically,
Yeah.
that's actually a good point. Okay,
Yeah.
so instead of saying weasel, you go weasel.
Weasel.
Yeah, you're just like, hey Holmes, I saw there was like something out there in the backyard. I think it might be a weasel. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Like, wait, what?
And when we were little
Tykes.
little
Is this like new hip hop?
when we were little, yeah, it's
That-
very good
you know,
point. It's
they're-
very,
hold on,
yeah,
hold on,
yeah.
hold on, hold on.
When we were little cholos ourselves, right? Little chomos. When we were little 6-year-old chomos. I don't know why I was trying.
See,
to,
I think it should be Chimo. I always think
I
that.
do too, because we're not getting into this.
Yeah.
I agree with you though. Okay. Hashtag, let's get this trending below. No, I'm kidding. But yes, I agree. It should be Chimos, not Chomos. But when we were little homos, Philip and I were big fans of Pauly Shore movies.
And what little homo wouldn't?
Yeah, seriously, it was on TBS all the time, TNT. It was everywhere. It was just fucking
Yeah. Getting grinded with Brendan Fraser
Oh,
and
yeah,
Sean
man.
Astin.
Don't weaken the juice.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
that was the whole fucking
You got
thing.
your food groups.
You got your basic food groups.
got your
Let's-
meat group.
Let's keep on Chris.
And the guy's like, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of there. No wheezing the juice.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. No wheezing the juice.
Yeah.
All right. It's classic. Okay. Encino Man is one of those. It's definitely more of a you had to be there, because it's not like a Dumb and Dumber or Anchorman or something where you can quote the joke, and if you do
Superbad.
where you can quote the joke or explain the scene very quickly and probably make the person laugh who's not seen it. That's already pretty hard. No, when it comes to Pauly Shore movies, you cannot say it to a person who's never seen a Pauly Shore, so he's like wheezing the juice.
Yeah.
They're not going to laugh at that
No,
because they don't know
they
what
won't
the
get-
fuck
they
you're
won't get
talking
the
about.
context,
There's no
yeah.
context. Like, his movies are so they're so specific to a time and place that is so fucking far gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, you can see footage from like Paris, France on a snow day in 1905 that's been colorized recently. It's available on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll link it. I'll probably forget about it or get lazy, but you can find that. And you can see these people in top hats and they're balling up snow and throwing it at each other.
Yeah.
And that's so connectable. You're
Have a
just,
snowball fight.
yes, but no matter where they are, who they are, what time period, you can go, yeah, everybody's had snowball fights if
Yeah.
you grew up in an area where there was ever any snow, right? You can get that.
Yeah.
That was 120 years ago. You can still understand exactly what they're doing. Pauly Shore movies were only 25 to 30 years ago, and you will not understand what the fuck is happening if you don't just dive in like a like if you're 15 and I just was like, here it is, jury duty, all right, here it
Have
is,
fun.
have fun, fucker, and I left. First off, you'd be like, what is a DVD?
Yeah.
You'd come back, you'd be chewing on it like a fucking, like a dog.
Yeah,
Right? But if you
kids.
manage to understand, this little disc goes into this little thing,
Yeah.
and then it projects it via the television tubes, right? They would still be like, what the fuck is going on with this movie?
Yeah.
It's this weird little hippie and his little chubby little fucking like stocky friend Sean Astin.
Yeah.
And they're in a place called Southern California. They're in a place, a neighborhood, a town in Southern
Yeah.
California called Encino. Yes. Right? And they stumble across a big block of ice that has Brendan Fraser's fat ass in it.
Well, pre-fat Brendan Fraser.
I know, I'm
We love
messing.
Brendan.
Oh,
by
we
the way.
they genuinely do. And the whale.
The Mummy?
Have you seen The Whale yet?
Not yet. I still have it on my fucking flash
It's too
drive.
fucking tough, man. It's great.
Yeah.
Really, like he deserves all the love he got for that
Yeah,
movie.
it's
I
something
love
I
it.
gotta like sit down and make time for.
It's so fucking tough.
Yeah.
And it's not something you can do in like several don't break that into like 3 viewings, and I'll tell you why. It's so emotionally distraught. Just do the 2 hours
Yeah.
or don't do it. You don't want
Okay.
to drag that mood across a whole day, okay? It's going to happen anyways. But they find Brendan Fraser when he was at his most fucking twink mode. Mm-hmm. My God. He's twink pilled.
Was this pre-Airheads?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1989. Airheads was
Okay, it was
1993.
89,
Yeah. How do you not know?
That was like 1990.
What?
Encino
Airheads?
Man. I thought it was like a early 90s movie, like between 90 and 92.
This is a funny thing you and I talk about a lot on our show if you watch it.
like shitty parents.
Yeah, exactly. Just be little assholes.
Yeah.
People are just sitting there like, I'm getting yelled at. I don't even know these dorks. Is a 1989 movie can feel like one of two things. And this happens with every decade. A 1989 movie can feel like a early 80s movie where you're like, this is not the thing anymore. Or it can feel like a 1992. Dare I say, a 93. Usually a 91.
I'd go 93 is the
Right,
cutoff.
that's the cutoff.
Yeah.
But it's the intro to the 90s. It's where the new thing is happening. It happens decade by decade. You ever seen a movie from like 2001 and you're like, what is this, from 97, 98?
99,
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a hangover, right? Versus you see a movie in 1999, like The Mummy or Gladiator, and you're like, I could have swore that was from 2004.
Yes.
Because it pushes the decade forward,
Yeah.
right? It introduces new technology, new cultural blah, 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 where it just pushes it forward.
I also
Pauly-
speak that language.
Pauly Shore, yeah, it's called Dum Dum.
Yeah.
But Pauly
fluent.
Shore is a 90s thing. Even though he kicks off in 1987 with a couple things, 1988, 1989 with MTV, and of course with his first big movie, Encino Man. Encino Man, it's one of those movies that I can't be a dispassionate observer of it and tell you whether or not I genuinely think it's a okay made film. I know it's not a fucking masterpiece.
No,
and
and
I
if you
also
do-
but I also can't tell you it's the biggest piece of shit ever because
No.
that's not true. But I can't sit there and go, okay, the lighting, the sound design, the writing here, there was good, bad, indifferent. No. When I see Encino Man, I am seeing like Lincoln logs on my parents' shag carpet in Norcross, Georgia. I'm seeing
nostalgic.
I'm seeing
Yeah.
my dad's fucking members only blue jacket that reeked of cigarettes. Like I'm like smelling and tasting colors
Yeah.
and shit. Like it's not an experience anymore for me that I can be objective about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's like I was raised with this. This is like the first movie I probably can remember.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? Besides like Land Before Time or something.
Yeah.
Like this was.
I didn't really
huge.
watch a lot of that as a kid.
Okay.
I think
All
I've seen
right.
them.
See you guys
Sorry.
next week. You're fired.
That's Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
All right. Bye. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that.
Oh.
That would be funny though.
I just end it.
We're
Credits
already-
roll. It's like, okay.
People find this in 25 years and they're like, what was the next week's episode? And there was never another one.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, he got really mad about Phil not having seen. You never saw The Land Before Time?
Just bits and pieces. It was never. I was a.
You don't like cartoons
well,
because you don't like fake news. right?
That's not necessarily true. I think the Land Before Time. I was more of a We're Back, a dinosaur story.
You actually were, weren't you?
Yes, I was. No lies.
Wouldn't know how.
I mean, you
We
bring
follow
the
George Washington
You
rules.
bring the dinosaurs into the
That movie
modern
sucks.
world, and I
movie
think
sucks ass.
was John Goodman one of the dinosaurs?
He was the big one.
That
I think
might
he
be
was the
one.
T-Rex.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see him as a T-Rex.
Yeah, and then he had like a little shitty one that was following him around, a little fat, ugly one.
Yeah.
Saying racist, right-wing conspiracy theories. Who voiced that one?
Wait.
Roseanne.
Oh, okay. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a psycho.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant she was in the movie.
No, I was joking that she
Oh,
was, but I
did
was,
have Yardley Smith.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it's true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
She was
You know who wasn't in it? Pauly fucking Montgomery Shore.
He should have been. He should have been the chill dinosaur. It's like, how about we just eat some greenage?
And then suck some cock.
You're like, we're dinosaur. We don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay, so the next one he does, that's 19... Oh my God, I'm a stupid fucking asshole.
What'd you do?
We're recording, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. It's nothing technical.
Oh,
I'm a stupid fucking pooper.
what'd you do?
I kept saying Encino Man came out in 1989. Ladies and gentlemen, we never do this on the POD, but I need to issue a correction. Live as we're recording. It came out in 1992.
Oh wow. See.
You were saying a second ago, like, I always think that's in early 90s. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's because you're an idiot. Here's what's really going on. And I'm a fucking big pile of poopy with a Michael Benton face on
Yay, I'm right.
it. Phil, baby girl, turn to me. Knee to knee. Just clasp my hand into yours, and I just want to tell you right now, baby girl, I will never lie to you again about the year a film came out, especially when it comes to something as important, Pauly Shore. Okay, I do mean that.
Do you promise?
I promise. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. See? That's how you do it.
That's how you mend relationships.
All right? Couples having troubles, reach out to us. We'll fix it for you, okay? You just turn to your girl. You go, okay, baby
Yeah.
girl, I am so sorry
We're,
that I sold your wedding band for a whole bunch of money and then spent it on goddamn, Taiwanese whores.
Yeah.
But with penises.
Duh.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah. Why would I get vagina prostitutes?
Who gets a vagina having prostitute?
Just for different vagina having prostitutes.
Some guy listening, he's getting riled up, man.
Some coal miner. Or gold miner, yeah. A coal miner. I guess they have the same voice.
He's a cold miner because he never washes his hands. Wear your masks.
Wear your mask, coal miners.
1993, the next one comes out, Son-in-Law. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I fucking love that movie.
That is the top tier. That is the number one on
Is
the
that
Pauly
the number
Shore.
one for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Encino Man it's not like Pauly Shore leading the charge.
No. He's
It's a three-hander.
second fiddle.
He's second fiddle to Sean Astin, who does a great job. Love Sean Astin. But you're right. That is the official start of Pauly Shoredom.
Yeah.
Okay? And like 1992, Encino Man, America was still a little Pauly unsure.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't know, has he got the goods?
Yeah.
1993, Son-in-Law comes out, and they were like,
boys, we're making some
Yeah,
moolah.
more like I'm probably certain that he's fucking hilarious at this point.
Yeah.
My
I'm
God.
pretty sure he's going to be good.
Yeah, and guess what? They were right.
Yeah.
They were right. Pauly Shore fucking slays in that movie, dude.
Slays.
And his character's name? Do you remember?
Crawl.
I always forget that. Crawl.
Yeah.
Literally Crawl.
Yeah.
And what a fucking... That's like the name of like a British punk rocker.
Yeah.
They
My
call-
name's Crow.
Yeah, they call me Crow.
Rocky Road.
Yeah, Rocky Road. Yeah, he's fucking Billy Eilish.
His Billie Eilish hair.
He's Billy Eichner.
Oh God. Well, he's just loud and mean.
Well, he's an English punk rocker.
Yeah, okay.
That's sort of their thing.
Yeah.
Just being with his fucking thick accent and stupid as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
We need more. Fuck Margaret Thatcher. We need more socialism. Got one tooth.
Yeah.
Right?
I like to call cookies biscuits.
Yeah, that's another
Ugh.
one. Get your fucking act together, Brian.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
In your
Jesus.
12 o'clock tea times or whatever. Who cares?
I think it's.
just,
I think it's 2 o'clock.
just drink tea anytime.
Yeah, dude, and pound it and make it Arizona iced, bitch.
Shit.
Fucking pussies.
The green tea?
That's what I'm. You know what
Fuck
I'm saying? dude?
yeah.
No, fuck that. Let's go old school because we're talking 90s.
Fruitopia.
Sobe. Fruitopia.
That's a way more throwback than Sobe there is
Holy
Fruitopia.
Shit. You're right. I was talking early aughts.
And those fucking suck.
Yeah, they fucking horrible.
We get them anyway. I'm like,
fucking
this has
bullshit.
too much mix in it. It's too tart.
Okay, but son-in-law.
Yeah.
Carla Gugino plays the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or rather, the main... Initially the main character.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, I'm from a small town. I have big boobs and I'm brunette.
Yeah.
And
I was
he-
in Spaceballs.
Was she?
Yeah, she's the princess.
Carla Gugino is
Wait,
not in Spaceballs.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, okay. You're talking to a big Entourage fan.
Okay,
and she
this
was in
chick,
fucking Entourage.
Yeah, she's in that Stephen King movie that came
Which
out a
one?
few years ago.
Which one?
The one where she's tied to the bed.
Oh my god! Oh, that wasn't her. Was that her?
I think.
I'm not trying to be a dick to you, because I love Carla Gugino. You
Yeah.
found like a weird thing for me where I know most of her
Yeah.
stuff. Was she in fucking
What's it called?
Gerald's Game?
Gerald's
You're right.
Game, yeah.
Oh, well done. Hey, tink.
Gerald's Game, not Ender's Game, which sucks.
I don't know what that
And
is.
the author is problematic.
Explain, because I don't know. What is that?
He's like a homophobe.
What is Ender's Game?
It was a 1980s science fiction or 70s science fiction book. Then it became a movie like
Right.
in the last 10 years, and it has Harrison Ford. It's like, I'm just a grumpy old
Piece of poop.
lieutenant or whatever.
Right,
And I'm
okay.
recruiting these kids to go to war with bug aliens.
Wait, is it from the same guy who wrote fucking
Starship?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, that guy's dead.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
You know what? Fuck this. All right, you threw me off. All right, with your weird, like, stay on task.
Okay.
Thank
I gotta
you.
pee.
All right, go pee out your bullshit. Okay, and you come back with a fucking good attitude. Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for that. Son-in-Law, directed by Steve Rash. Which makes sense, because this movie will get your keister fucking itchy, because you're laughing so hard. That doesn't make sense, does it? I don't know. I need him next to me for a lot of these. It was a big deal. Made for $8 million. Box office, $36.4 million. Biggest movie ever? Let me check. Biggest movie ever? Son-in-Law? Yes. Almost didn't need the check. You can just tell. Made for $8 million, made 36.4. Come on. That's apparently Son-in-Law is the biggest movie of all time. Box office wise.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Marvel. When I think of box office
Bangers.
I think Son-in-Law is the $1 trillion movie.
Now, 1994 is popular for a lot of reasons. One, Orenthal James Simpson was framed
Yeah.
for murder. We're trying to
Yeah.
get him on the show next week. That's
Yeah.
why. It's okay.
We're talking The Naked Gun.
We're talking The Naked Gun.
Well, we couldn't get, Leslie Nielsen because he's snooty.
Because he's snooty like that. He just ghosted us.
Yeah,
He just ghosted us.
Dead silence.
Dead silence. Jeez. That is. Oh, I think he would appreciate that kind of joke. It's very punny.
He farted on the news or whatever. Or no.
I love that. It was in the middle
Yeah.
of some interview, and he just queefed himself silly.
It's
and
like,
then he's just like, oh, I'm 67.
Yeah, I don't care.
This is what happens. I just farted out of my old keister. Right?
Sorry, I thought I was my character from the movie again.
1994 is famous for O.J. Simpson being framed by big media, by big woke media.
Yeah.
But it's famous for another reason, too. Not just being a year on the calendar. Hell, any year can do that.
Yeah, right?
This year, 1994, is famous for another reason. The release of the American comedy classic, In the Army Now. This is In the Army Podcast Now. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was a kid, this was it's one of my least favorites, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
But
my
I
least.
Yeah, I don't see it much, but
Yeah.
I do watch it. It's never. Okay, I know when I watched it last. This is so fucking this is a self-report on my part.
Okay.
It's like June 2020, and I wake up with a sore throat and I'm coughing and shit, and I was like, oh my fucking God, I've got COVID.
Yeah.
And this is obviously before the vaccine. This is before anything. This is back when it's like, hey, don't get it, and if you do, you'll probably be okay, but also you're spend all day with no job right now reading about just horror stories about people in the ICU.
Yeah.
I wake up, I'm like, oh my fucking God, I've got COVID. I couldn't get a test for like 4 days, right? They were like, just wait and see.
Yeah.
So I stayed in my apartment for 4 days, and the only thing that could get my mind off of am I going, because a little bit of hypochondria here.
Yeah.
The only thing I get my mind off of, am I going to die? I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to get Dunkin' Donuts delivered to my door 3 times a day. I'm not kidding. I did. Just a bunch of donut holes and shit.
It's like a childhood thing of yours, though.
Yeah,
Because
it
we
is.
would always wake up at your house and your dad had donuts.
Yeah, it's a Boston thing.
We would watch MTV.
MTVX.
X, yeah.
The fucking Rocky Row one.
Yeah, Rocky Road.
Yeah, we had cable.
Yeah.
And I sat there eating donut holes and watching the entire Pauly Shore collection from Criterion.
Funny that you say that you had a Pauly Shore collection binge. Okay, I did that. When COVID, I wasn't that desperate.
Oh, well, hold on. It also turned out I didn't have COVID. It turned out I was just being a bitch.
Yeah.
But go on.
I think it was like early last year. It was
2022.
It was a Friday afternoon after work.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it was Friday afternoon after work, and I was like, I don't want to cook, so I ordered a bunch of Chinese food.
I order you Chinese food to be delivered to my door.
Yes, when you go on a Pauly Shore collection binge, you have to order food. Copious, just a huge amount.
Oh, so what'd you get?
I got $60 worth. I
You got
that's what I
egg
got.
rolls,
Yeah, I got
fried rice.
egg rolls, fried rice. I was like, I want beef and I want pork, so I got the sweet and sour pork.
Okay.
And the Mongolian beef.
Sure.
And then
diarrhea creator.
Yeah, and then of course, crab rangoons, spring rolls. I just went all out.
Yeah, you were like, fuck
There was
it.
a lot more stuff,
But you were
I
like,
can't-
I'm in fat boy mode.
I think a sweet and sour soup, which is my favorite soup.
Oh, really? I'm an
Yeah.
egg drop guy.
I ate some with the sweet and sour. It's those chunks of tofu.
Well,
I always think
I-
was meat as a kid.
Oh, interesting. I like egg drop because it reminds me of cum as a kid.
Okay.
Okay. It reminds me of gobs and gobs of mouths of cum.
Gobs. That's another word.
Yeah, gobs.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
yeah.
think about my least favorite word.
I spent from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Oh, it's China.
just binging on Chinese food in Pauly Shore, and it was the greatest. But the
probably the greatest day of your life.
second or third.
No, I mean you can probably even guess like probably better than even your wedding or the
No,
future
does
birth
not
of your
say
child.
that. That's
what?
not true.
What, you mean it?
Never.
Pauly Shore and Chinese food doesn't compare to getting married.
Well, no. Nothing compares to you.
Baby girl.
Sinead O'Connor.
Baby girl, come here.
All right. This is like the
The third time.
Dr. Drew Love
This is
show.
what we do.
Whatever.
Baby girl, I just want to say,
Yeah.
I was testing you earlier. And it's okay if you talk like that. Okay, baby girl.
I know you're a guy.
Baby girl, I know you're a man. Okay, we've had our...
Okay, cool.
Okay, girl, I'm sick of tucking this son of a bitch.
Yeah, it hurts.
Baby girl, I was testing you earlier just to make sure if you actually appreciated the marriage we had and all that. And I know your current wife's going to be upset that you and I are technically illegally double married, but I just think that Chinese food and you know, just watching the Pauly Shore collection on Criterion.com, I think that's just about the best goddamn day of my life, and I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. So... yeah, in the Army now, not my favorite. Can I be honest with you? Look, I grew up loving I grew up living in Loving Color. I grew up loving In Loving Color. It's one of my favorite shows as a kid, okay? In Living Color.
Living Color.
Yes.
You said In Loving Color.
Did I do it again?
Yeah, you did it twice in a row. That's why I looked at you like, God damn.
Baby girl,
Wake up.
Baby girl, turn to me. No, I'm just kidding.
God, we can't keep doing
not gonna
this. We're
keep
not
doing
Tim and Eric.
Okay, look, I loved In Loving Color as a kid, okay? Excuse
We'll
me.
call it that.
I lived In Loving Color. And it's one of my favorite sketch comedy shows ever. That and Kids in the Hall,
Yeah.
early 90s SNL.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking banger. Shit like that, right? But I have and I hate saying this. I have always found David Allen Greer to be insufferably annoying.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him, but also...
Just constantly screaming. That's all
Yeah.
he does in fucking In the Army now.
Yeah, there's nothing I really like him in.
I mean, I've seen him in... No, I don't think I like...
He's
And
a
I tried...
his character is like a very wimpy, like...
Kind of like a Black
dramatic-
Woody Allen.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, yeah, I was thinking like
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Woody
yeah,
Allen.
Yeah, kind of like very like nervous and
Yeah.
nebbishy and stuff. And that's fine. I get that. It's just Woody Allen's not all that fucking funny, right? So like, I mean, I like him in some stuff, you know, mainly his personal life. I've never heard of his movies, but
He's a stand-up fella.
but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But Lori Petty, you had old Tank Girl herself.
I had a crush on her in the 90s because of Point Break.
The closest I ever got, and I'm actually being very serious right now, to like I've never been into women. Because I just look, when I was 5, I was like, I choose to be a homosexual. It's also a Simpsons reference.
Thank you. That made my day.
But I chose to be a homosexual. Of course, we all know this. And I did it just because I thought it just like for the lulz.
Yeah.
I just did it for the LOLs.
Okay, yeah. It's funny to be gay.
It's funny to be gay.
A lot of gay, funny people. Not, what was his name? Bert? No.
Kreischer?
No, not Bert. Yeah, he's a gay guy. No, Eichner, Billy Eichner. He's not funny.
He's like legitimately just a mean fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But yes,
Who looks like Steven Crowder.
But the closest Steven Crowder, they kind of do.
They have the same like build and hair.
And well, also they're both gay. Let's be honest.
they're both
Okay?
also
No, I don't
gay.
know, man. The more shit comes out about Steven Crowder's
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit ass, it's just like, oh, he's a closet gay guy.
Yeah, it's my turn to take the minivan.
I'm almost feeling him more and more. I'm just like, oh, he's just so closeted. He went insane. But the closest I ever got to being super into a chick was Lori Petty in fucking Point Break, dude. As Tyler.
Yeah.
She is
the androgynous.
She's
chick.
kind of androgynous.
Yeah.
The short, choppy hair. The scene where she's done surfing and she kind of switches, like she puts the towel over herself and she
Yeah.
like drops her fucking swimsuit or bottoms
Yeah.
and then like puts on the Daisy Dukes. I just kept thinking, man, what if I was in some Daisy Dukes with chopped hair in the 90s and fucking John Wick fucked me in the ass?
Speaking of like androgynous looking like
Okay,
women like in a movie, another one was in Aliens was Vasquez. I was like, she's so hot.
Oh, what is her name? Goldstein.
Jeanette Goldstein.
Jeanette Goldstein. Yeah, she was also the
Mother and the stepmom.
Yeah, the stepmom. Well, not the stepmom.
Foster.
The foster mom.
Foster's.
In Terminator 2. Shut the fuck up, okay?
Beer, Terminator for beer. Oh, stop.
Yeah. Okay, you're fired. Okay, I'm fired too. Look, we're all fired here.
Right.
Oh, well, apparently he did the voice. He did a voice in the Goofy movie too, Pauly Shore.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know you were actually making a direct reference
I saw
earlier.
that in theaters like, Dad, that's Pauly Shore. Dad, that's Pauly Shore. He's like, I fucking know.
He just trank dirted you. I take him back to the home for
I got to get a
retarded
McDonald's
children.
later anyway.
All right, 1995. Now, 1995 is famous for several reasons. One, of course, being the O.J. Simpson trial, where, again, big woke media
Yeah.
set him up.
Yeah.
But guess what? He had a lawyer who knocked him down, okay? Fucking Jonathan Cochrane.
Yep. Jonathan Cockring.
Jonathan
If
Cock...
the cock ring doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, and they were like...
He's right.
That's just impervious to bullets.
He
You
is
just
right.
Can't
He's
stop
100%
this.
right,
He's free. He's free.
Yeah.
Okay. Who among us? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he got freed. It's famous for one other reason this year. Again, the 90s, nothing happened. I've never heard of Kosovo. I've never heard of, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything else happened in the 90s except for this one other thing. The release of genuinely, I really love this movie, Jury Duty.
Oh, man. Jury
my
duty. Is
fuck.
that? Okay. That might be like my number 2.
Your number one was
Son-in-law.
All right, so number 2.
Jury duty.
I
I
get it.
love that
Look,
movie.
it's fucking Pauly Shore movies.
It also took me so long to figure out that was Stanley Tucci as like the bad guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I remember thinking it was like some other guy that kind of looked like him that was like an act, like a comedic act. Oh, I thought it was the dude from Biodome that was like the balding nerd. That was like, no.
Oh yeah, whoever that guy is.
Yeah, that's
that
what I thought
guy's
it
been in a
was.
bunch of shit, but
Yeah.
okay. I can see that because he's literally playing the same character,
Yes.
except he just turns out to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen Jury Duty.
Yeah, it's just somebody's just what the fuck.
Which also had who's the one guy that plays his like stepdad?
Oh god damn it!
I
What
love
is that actor's
Charles
name?
Napier.
Yeah, that's right, Charles Napier.
Sounds like this when it.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm super into recycling. I like styrofoam. That's right.
You cannot
But
beat this.
all right, so we got to talk about early attractions again.
Okay.
When I was a kid, the scene at the beginning. By the way, his character's name this time is Tommy. It's not
Yeah.
Kroll. It's not fucking Dorf.
Dwarf on golf.
It's none of that. Okay, he's got a real human name for fucking once, and it's Tommy. He goes to his aunt's strip club, I think.
I think his uncle's.
His uncle, is it also? No, I thought it was the aunt, and the uncle also was the styrofoam guy. Is that not it?
No, that's his mom and
Oh, that's
his
right.
now stepdad.
So it
'cause
is
we're
his
going
uncle.
to Vegas for a honeymoon.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess we got to watch one of these later.
Yeah.
Okay, so is when he comes out as the milkman.
I
and it's a
love
stupid
that.
scene. It's a stupid scene. It's very funny. Having said that, when I was a kid, he was still in his twink phase. And he's just coating himself in fucking white substances. Dude, I loved that as
That's
a kid. I was
great.
like, fuck yes. I seriously
Hope
loved
we can get
it.
him on the show one day.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can tell him that.
Oh,
He's like,
I'll
all
do-
right, thanks, guys. I like that.
Yeah, thanks. All right. I'm going to fucking go, man.
Yeah.
You know he'd be a bitch. Okay. Jury Duty, I'd also put that high up there. For me, it is Son-in-Law. And it probably is Jury Duty is my number 2 also.
Yeah.
But my number 3
It's probably my number 3.
was released in 1996. Now, 1996, I legitimately, I don't think anything happened. I think somebody ran for president again or something like that. But the last... Let me just double check. It is, right? Yeah, the last of the Pauly Shore franchise proper was released. Okay? It was literally 92, 93, 94, 95, this movie, and then everybody collectively was like, that's bad.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Right?
he blew his load.
1996 saw the release, the blowing of the load, as Phil says, of one of the greatest films ever made, Biodome.
That's, like you said, that's also the number 3.
Fucking Biodome, dude.
Biodome.
Biodome fucking just... Also, you're working with... It's not just Pauly Shore, right?
No,
Like,
you have
Come
Stephen
on.
Baldwin.
That's all you need. Stop
Yeah.
right there. But wait a minute. We need like somebody who's got the acting chops.
Okay.
And it's not going to be Stephen Baldwin.
What's the guy?
We just said his name.
Robert Atherton. Oh,
Oh, wait.
the guy in Biodome. That's like the leader of the Biodome place, and then he
Yeah, I
goes
think it's-
crazy and
I think
goes in the
it's-
vents.
I think it's Jonathan Atherton, or is it Robert
Might be-
Atherton?
I think it might be. I know it's Atherton.
Let me see. William
Atherton.
Atherton.
Okay.
Who is just, this man has no penis from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The head of the EPA.
Yeah.
Very fucking right-wing storyline if you
Kinda,
think about it for
yeah. It's
Ghostbusters.
like, guys,
like,
we're-
actually, this is a hazard. And he winds up being so fucking right.
Yeah.
Because simply by having them shut it down, which he shouldn't have had done, sure. But it releases every goblin and ghoul into the city's air at once.
Every haint.
So clearly they weren't disposing of their fucking evil ghosts.
No, they were just keeping their garbage in the.
Yeah, they were just like, look, just keep. It's like when you have that fucking junk drawer.
It's
that
like
junk
hoarders.
drawer. It's the junk drawer that has
Yeah.
like just green bags of fucking soy sauce from 7 years ago.
It's
and
still good. It's got a bunch of
all
sodium. It'll
all,
keep.
all your used batteries and fucking snot rags and
Yeah.
cum and shit.
I was gonna
is
say,
in
well,
there.
it's not just snot.
Oh, is it snot?
It is green.
Oh yeah. I come green.
Yeah.
Biodome. Biodome is really important for kind of a subvert. Oh, sorry, we're also bearing the lead. Do you know who else is in this movie?
Kylie Minogue.
I don't know who that is.
She was an actress. Well, she is an actress and singer.
I never heard of her.
She
She
does music.
is in it though.
Yeah.
That's not who I'm talking about. Think about it for a sec. Come on, who else is in Biodome?
Who's the blonde chick?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Jack Black.
He's in there too, and so of course is Kyle Gass. That's not who I'm talking about. Yeah,
Taylor Negron.
Taylor Negron, probably.
Yeah.
But yes, Taylor Negron
Yeah.
is so fucking
I
good.
love that dude. I love him in everything he's ever
I
been
know.
in.
And now he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. What
Rest
did he die,
in
like
peace.
2015, 2016?
He was also
Was
he's
such a shame.
cousins to George Clooney.
Is he really just like fucking
Yeah.
just like
Okay, I might be thinking about that guy.
you're thinking about that guy.
Who is that guy?
You're thinking about the guy from fucking from the guy from RoboCop, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. You're thinking of fucking
I'm getting my 90s guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he also
Yeah,
had you're
I'm
thinking
sorry.
of fucking
Taylor
God
Negron is
damn it, what the
not.
fuck? Yeah, Taylor Negron
We'll
is
see
not.
who he's related to.
Okay,
He
Taylor
might be related to
Negron.
somebody.
Let's look him up. But real quick, can you remember the name of the guy you thought it was?
Yeah.
2015. That's
God damn it, Miguel Ferrer.
Miguel Ferrer. That's right. I was like, wait, is he
'Cause he's
just
in
related
one
to?
of my
He's just related to every Hispanic.
He's in one of my favorite Steve. He's in one of
Night Flyer.
Alfred, Night Flyer. Yeah, that
Night
shit was
Flyer.
fucking
that
gnarly.
movie goes fuck. That's a great HBO made.
Check
for,
out Night Flyer.
It's a made for TV. It's an HBO movie before HBO blew up with like The Sopranos. It's from like 96, 97, and it is legitimately got one of my favorite twist endings. It's fucking brutal, and it's Miguel Ferrer just kind of doing his Miguel Ferrer thing. You know,
He's like a
chain
smoking
and-
journalist.
Yeah. And he's like chasing after a story that just gets so dark and fucking weird by the end of it. God, I adore that
Fuck
movie.
it. Yeah, it's so
Great
good.
Stephen King adaptation. Taylor Negron is cousins with Chuck Negron.
Okay, who is Chuck?
Again,
Negron?
he's Hispanic. I'm sure it's Negron.
Negron.
But you know, it's funny. He is
What?
related to somebody famous.
Okay.
Taylor Negron, for those who don't know, he plays
the stepdad
the
that wears diapers.
Yeah, and he's like gay. He always was.
Obvious.
Taylor
Yeah, he
Negron's
was
a
a
gay
gay guy,
man. He's related to Chuck Negron, who was one of the vocalists from Three Dog Night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bad Leroy Brown.
Or fucking Jeremiah
You
was
was
a
a bull-
bullfrog. Bleep, blap, bloop.
I used to do Jeremiah sucked a penis.
Why would you do that? He was just a bullfrog. Do you like the
Bullfrogs
idea?
can
of-
suck penis.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to be hateful. Okay, fair
I
enough.
saw a monkey do it to a bullfrog.
What?
And there's like a video of like a chimp like using like a big fat toad as like a fucking pocket pussy. He's killing it, by the way, but yeah. I'm pretty sure he ate it afterwards. Sorry.
So it was made. Biodome was made for 8.5 million. It only made 13.4 million. So it was effectively at that point. Pauly Shore was like box office. I don't know. I don't want to say poison, but it was pretty much the end of his leading man stint in Hollywood. And ever since then, he's popped up here and there and stuff. I just. Join us on the Patreon this week. We're gonna talk about stuff, but
just join us.
it's just yeah, that was okay. Well, join us on the Patreon. We're gonna be watching the video Philip was talking about, so we'll see you
Okay.
there. Okay,
Bye,
Jesus
guys.
Christ.